I got a Love Heart flavoured milkshake once because I thought it'd be a really good idea, and I can report back it was the worst decision I ever made in my life. It tasted like fizzy milk is the only way.
Hello, welcome back to WhatAreMovie. I am Tony.
And I'm Kat.
And we're back. Your squeaky shoe really threw me off then. You did it.
It
did.
Rough.
Yeah. Anyway, we're back for It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. This is technically the finale of this season because they recorded the next episode before this season and then put it on the end of this season. So this is technically the finale.
Okay.
But the next one is included in this season. So it's a bit weird. But we are on Season 6, Episode 12. This aired on the 9th of December 2010. Directed by Matt Shakman, again. And written by David Hornsby, Becky Mann, and Audra Sielaff. Which I believe Becky Mann and we've seen them before. I think they did Episode 1. They did. Which was Mac Fights Gay Marriage.
Okay.
Part 1 of the with the Ponderosas and that.
Yes.
And obviously, David Hornsby, we know, is cricket. So,
yeah.
What can you expect from this episode?
Something D-Baby related.
You think so? You did say that last time. So, yeah, we'll see. Last time they got stranded in the woods, completely different episode. So, maybe we'll be back in the bar. We didn't see it at all.
No.
Maybe we'll be back in Philadelphia. We didn't see Philly at all. So, there we go. Let's do it. Are you excited? Yeah. End of Season 6, technically. Yeah. It's going to be interesting. Full reaction is in the description. Need your own copy to watch along. Just make sure to come back where we'll talk all about it. Let's do it. That sound effect.
Oh, God. Get that away.
Crash?
Dude, this is our mail. Look at that. It's our mail, and it was in the sewer. What is our mail doing in the sewer?
I threw it in there. Because if I threw it in the trash, you would find it, and then you would yell at me. Besides, I certainly never expected you guys to be rooting around in the sewer.
That's a fair point.
Another issue. What are you two doing in the sewer? We always go in the sewer. Why?
Why not?
Yeah, I mean, man, don't knock on the sewer until it's dry. But how are you so clean? Take our clothes off so we don't get dirty.
You guys.
Okay, hang on a second. We're getting into something.
I think our water's just broke.
There's more important things, Claire, right now.
The two of you are walking around in the sewers naked, looking for rings and coins.
You feel it with your feet. It's almost like climbing.
Okay, but you guys.
Dee, will you just knock it off? I want to know why these two are rooting around in the sewer.
My water just broke.
Drink what?
I'm having a baby.
Yay! I've been waiting so long.
It's happening. There we go. The payoff.
I like how it seems like she's only just realised that she's having a baby. I'm having a baby.
Yeah. Wait a second. I'm surprised Frank didn't talk about flushing again. No, he's like, so we need to learn about the sewer and walking around naked and... Are you surprised by this knowledge, or is it...
How big is the sewer?
Huh?
I've never personally been to the sewer, but how big is the sewer?
Big enough for those two, apparently.
Yeah.
Frozen my water. There's a baby inside of me running out of water. Look out.
That was amazing. I've never seen anybody drive that fast.
Hold on with you. You can go.
Well, hold on a second. Where's the guy? Should we call the guy? Get the guy down here. The guy who...
No.
The guy who...
What do you mean there's no guy?
There's no guy. It's complicated.
There's gotta be a guy. We'll go get the guy. We'll get the dad.
Why don't you guys do what you do best and don't care, right, Michael? Yeah, Michael and I got it. Thanks, guys.
We're off the hook. Let's head back to the bar.
I can get
Yeah, we don't need to deal with that.
This is not right. Something is not right here. There's no dad in the picture. That means the brunt of the responsibility of this kid is going to fall on us. We're gonna have to right. Dee is like the most irresponsible person on the planet. I mean, look what she was doing with the mail, for Christ's sake. Oh my God, we're going to be in charge of the kid. Look what this kid has ruined already. He's ruined a perfectly good sewer conversation, which I still want to get to the bottom of that.
We gotta find that dad. Too embarrassed to tell us because she's bedded some real stinkers.
There's always overlap.
Any multiple number of
Oh God, we're going too in depth.
the egg, there could be so many.
Wait, what?
Sperm doesn't eat the
It
egg.
doesn't eat the egg and grow strong and become a baby.
It's a guy. So let's get him. Let's find it out.
Frank's face.
Somebody's gotta stay here with her.
Wait, why?
It looks like it's gonna be you.
Why? What happened?
Well, mostly because, we're all on this side. And you're over there.
He's definitely lost.
Also, now we're backing out.
And you are her brother.
And you're on the wrong side.
Yeah.
I love how they clearly kept him in laughing.
What are you doing? Get down!
No, I'm trying to make the TV go. I can't get this goddamn TV to do anything.
What are you?
Oh my God.
No, get off! You're an irresponsible person who stands atop rolling chairs and chooses to go flying through windows. Have the baby first. Have the stupid baby. Then go flying through all the windows you like. Lie there. Wait for the doctor. I will get your story. God, this baby is becoming such an irritating thing to me. God, what an irritating thing.
It's not been there for 9 months or anything.
Yeah.
Do you have anything to drink? The salt on the chips dries out my mouth.
Who else is coming down? Who else is in the potential?
Oh!
Oh!
Where the booze at?
What's he doing?
Why did cricket? I did. Because I think it's a wild card.
Never know.
Let's just pick one. Hey, Bill, can we talk to you for a sec? Maybe,
Let's turn it up. Let's get weird, buddy. Let's get weird.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Ben and Cricket getting weird.
you're still with your wife?
I realized I was a sex addict. I went to therapy. She forgave me for
You
it.
don't mind if I write some of this down, do you?
For what?
At a party, we like to do that. Funny conversation pops up, you want to remember it.
No problem. Speaking of parties,
That's what I'm doing.
you guys want to do a little,
Is that Coke?
yeah, picked up a couple grams on the way over.
Yeah, maybe a little bit later we can all partake. For now,
Frank looks like he wants it.
let's talk about dude stuff. Condoms.
Right.
I cannot stand the feel of a condom.
Oh my god, I hate condoms. Hate them.
No, me neither. No, I can't stand them.
Well, that's interesting. A sex addict who doesn't like condoms.
I had a vasectomy, guys.
Ah!
You had a vasectomy?
Yep.
You just winked when you said that. Did you have a vasectomy or not?
That's what I would tell the ladies, so I didn't have to wear a condom.
Oh my god.
What a piece of dirt!
Beautiful, underhanded thing.
Gonna do a bump or what?
On the bump.
Nice. He fits right in, I think.
I want it. I want that room. I want it now.
I don't know where you think I'm gonna get it from.
If you do not get my sister her stories in a new room as soon as possible, then I will come down on this hospital like the hammer of Thor. The thunder of my vengeance will echo through these corridors like the gust of 1,000 winds.
You know what? I don't have time for this.
I don't have time for this either.
Put your ass and think nothing of it.
I love that woman.
Why are you not in bed?
Oh, I slipped out for a quick sandwich and a soda.
Dee, get in your room.
Thanks
Get
for
in
lighting
there.
it. Don't
Just get in there.
push me though, because I'm pregnant. And I
Get
don't...
in the bed. Get
Wait
in
a
the bed.
sec. What's this?
I don't know.
Why is there a strange man in my room?
I slid this man in here.
I don't want there to be a strange man laying in my room who looks dead. Is he dead, Dennis? Is he dead?
I'm sure he's just sleeping, Dee. Get
I'm
in
gonna
bed.
scream in his face and see if he wakes up.
It's very cold. It's very cold.
Okay, hey, you! You, wake up right now!
Damn
You're
it,
not
Dee,
dead!
stop.
Oh, God, I think he's dead. I think he's dead, Dennis. He's definitely dead. Oh!
I think he might be.
Well, this was not part of my birth plan. This was not part of my birth plan, sir.
Don't take out on the old man.
Get him out. Get him out of
Getting
here.
the nurse is not going to do any good. That woman is stubborn as shit.
Well, do something. You do something. All right.
I hate all the responsibility that I have that this baby is causing me.
Such an inconvenience to him. That speech he did was insane.
No contact with Dee after you dated?
She contacted me for a while, usually when she was drunk. She usually just yells at me, calls me names, like
Oh,
army jerk, camo turkey. I know she's just drunk, so it's okay.
Ben's
he's
too
so
awesome.
nice.
Stand up for yourself.
Sometimes she tricks me.
Tricks you? She tricks you how?
To give her sex. She's a very manipulative person.
Poor Ben, oh my god.
I'm sorry. You guys mad at me.
Oh, man.
This is awkward.
There's a room full of dudes out there, so you might want to
Jeez, they're the worst.
pull it together because you're a soldier and the guy who's defending our country.
They're the worst.
Oh my god, we've multiplied a bit.
This power outlet is going to explode, and
Hi.
we're gonna have to deal with that. Okay?
That's Duncan. He was at the party
Set it
too.
off, bitch.
Are you high on blow?
Whatever Duncan gave me.
You don't even know what you're high on?
Hey, Charlie Chuckle.
Little Kev.
Okay.
What is Little Kev doing here?
Well, you gotta throw out a big net to
Yeah.
catch the fish that she was banging.
don't remember this guy. I do remember him, but I didn't remember him coming back. This is great.
This weekend at Bernie's thing too far? Because I'm worried the sunglasses are ridiculous.
Sunglasses lighten the mood. Make the whole thing feel like a fun romp. Hi, ladies. Hi.
Hey there, Mr. Craig.
Okay, the waving thing's awesome.
That's true. Pretty sweet, right?
Okay, what's our plan
So
here?
good.
Are we just gonna throw them in the trash? Or are we gonna find like a laundry chute?
Put them in a drawer or like jam them in a closet or something. That'll buy us some time, right?
I don't want to touch them at all, so why don't we just put them in the trash?
Please don't put me in the trash.
Are you alive?
Oh my goodness.
Whoa, what is going on here? What are you doing, Mr. Craig?
They're trying to put me in the trash.
Don't.
You know what? I flat out refuse to share a room with an old man who likes to pretend to be dead.
He's a
You
liar.
are not allowed to move the patient.
The other
Oh,
one.
I think I'm having this baby.
Doctor?
Oh, it doesn't feel good. This sucks. This sucks a bag of dicks.
Oh, I'm sure.
You ain't going nowhere. You get your narrow ass back in that waiting room. Crazy ass white boy steadily dressed.
I love this one. She's great.
Please don't throw me in the
No
trash.
one's putting you in the trash. Stop saying that. Will you stop?
The poor guy.
Man, I used to have some jean shorts like that too. I blew the crotch out them things. You can't wear them every day. You gotta take them off, son.
That's a good talk.
Well, she gets drunk and calls me a cardio jerk or a workout turkey.
And she is slamming ass all over town. She's getting way more action than us.
She's stuck on her curse words. Jerk and turkey are all that she's using.
Yeah, well, clearly they're working for her because Rex is a quality lad.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, Rex. Oh, it was Rex from
Yes.
the. I knew it.
No, none of these guys are meant to be fathers. How are we gonna trust this baby with one of these monkeys?
Look at them. They're animals. They got no self-control.
Aw.
It takes to set rules. You gotta set ground rules.
Set some boundaries. Get them off the internet. Very
Oh,
You spend all the time
yeah.
on the internet. Hi, who are you? Oh, there's your penis and there's your butt.
Gotta learn from some books.
That's how it
I don't
goes.
want them reading too many books.
Well, you don't want him to be a nerd.
You don't want to be a nerd.
I'm not raising a nerd, bro.
If it's a nerd,
They're all raising this baby.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I see a nerd. I'm gonna bash some nerds right now.
Well, right after this, we should probably bash nerds. I gotta get it out of my system.
Getting bowed up.
You know what? You gotta teach him how to beat nerds up.
He's got to be beating nerds up.
Yes.
These are good ideas for raising
We
a
have
kid.
a lot of ideas about
These are
raising
very
kids.
good ideas.
Yeah.
Pretending you know what you're talking about, and then jamming it down a kid's throat.
Oh my God, that's what we're gonna do. When I see that baby, dude, we're gonna run towards it. I'm gonna grab it. I'm gonna pick him up. And jam shit down his throat. We're gonna be the dads. So much better dads than these guys. Hey, look at this.
Why is he showering in beer?
Why not? Why not? That is some good advice for a dad.
Charlie and I have decided that we are going to be the father of this child.
Dude, we did a complete 180.
You know what, you guys? I did it. Too. I was all pissy this morning. I did this weekend at Bernie's operation. They busted out this sweet Thor line on this lady because she was pissing me off. I never referenced the Nordic gods.
What are you saying though? Because I don't understand what
your point is. I was your dad too. I'm totally into it.
Okay.
Well, that steps on our thing a little
3
bit.
men and a baby.
Yeah.
Instead of doing a My Two Dads type thing, we could fold in another dad and do a 3 men and a baby. That's what it is.
Right.
Great movie.
Do we listen?
What's going on? Who are all these people?
I decided who the dad was, so I brought everybody.
This kid is mine. I'm gonna blow my brains
Oh
out.
my God, he does not look good.
Man. Took an 8-ball to the dome.
They're having a party in the waiting room.
But the disco is with us.
Guys, here she comes. She's coming.
Aww. the collection of people.
That baby popped out really quick.
Yeah.
I must say.
Are you surprised the amount of people she's sleeping with? Oh God. Oh. That's their actual baby.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, but theirs. Wait, did this actually happen when she had their baby?
I don't know.
Like,
no.
is it like,
but
this is the scene?
it is actually Rob's baby.
Is that why we're zooming into his face?
Yeah. So cool. He looks genuinely so happy.
By any chance was she a surrogate?
What are you doing here?
I'm here to get my baby.
Oh yeah, the tranny's the dad.
You had sex with the tranny?
No, I was their surrogate. We used her sperm and a donor egg, and then they just kind of right up there. And
We had a difficult time finding a surrogate, but Dee here was a miracle to us. See, I can't have kids of my own, and Carmen always wanted a baby.
Yeah, great, miracle for you. How wonderful. Dee, you tricked us? If we knew you were doing the stupid surrogate thing again, we would have just completely ignored your pregnancy.
You did ignore my pregnancy.
This has been a huge disappointment for us.
For
We were going to be great dads. We were going to impose our will. We had a 3 men and a baby thing going on.
Yeah, we got a good thing going. Why blow it with a baby?
Yeah.
Yeah, that being said, don't get knocked up anymore, D. It's getting old.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't enjoy any of it.
So what I'm confused on is the mother is the father, and the father is black, and the baby's not black.
It's all been
explained. Okay, I'll talk to you. All right, then what is...
I need a beer.
Cool, I could go for a beer. You guys want to go back to the bar?
Yeah, let's party back to the bar. Bring the music. Let's go.
What the hell's happening back there?
Oh, let's party in the sewer. I'm not going into the sewer.
What is your obsession with the sewer?
Supposing it's storming and a guy
Oh my
loses
God.
his ring and it goes
Is
into
this
the
the ring
gutter.
story again?
You gotta come up with something else, Frank. You can't keep using the same analogy.
Is that the most side characters we've ever got?
Probably.
We'll get more.
Look at
There. When did this air? It's 2011. 2010. So September that said, did it?
Yeah.
So yeah, this was like 3 months after. So there we go.
There was a lot of people in it.
Yeah. Yeah. People you'd never expect to see again. So, Dee gave birth.
Finally.
What did you think of that episode?
It was chaotic a
It
little
was
bit.
chaotic. It was funny, really funny. I didn't remember all of it. I did not remember they brought back the chef from. It's weird. I mentioned the North Korea episode yesterday, and they brought the chef back from it. I did not remember that. Rex as well.
Yeah.
There we go. I think you did mention at one point, is it going to be a surrogate thing? And
Yeah.
you did say it at one point,
No,
but
I
you
was
haven't
thinking
mentioned it
all
for a
the way
long time.
through. I was, because through this episode I was thinking, is it going to be a surrogate thing? 'Cause
Yeah.
they were obviously,
They
she
were
was
also
looking
worked
at
up.
surrogate
Yeah,
for like before.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I was like,
Yeah, so, and it worked out, it was, yeah, so, I really enjoyed that episode. It was very funny. There was moments that I just don't remember, like, I can't even remember, what did I burst out laughing at? I think it was, when Dennis did his speech, which was a great speech, and it's just the woman saying, I have not got time for this. So, yeah, lots of moments, but, we started off talking about, look at this, what we
the
found.
letters covered in sewage, and they're like, why do they smell
what is
so
this?
bad?
We found them in the sewage.
Why?
It's not mail.
Why were you in the sewage? The big question is why were these in the sewage?
Dee was like, oh yeah, I chucked them in there.
Why didn't you just chuck them in the bin?
Well, you'd find them and get mad at me, so I chucked them in the sewers. I didn't expect you to be going in the sewers.
Yeah, and then they were talking about they go in the sewer barefoot and naked.
Yeah, no, we
to
get
find
naked, and then
things.
so our clothes don't get all like and then you can like stomp. It's like clam something.
Yeah,
like
you find so much stuff.
feel it in your feet, like rings and stuff. And they're really like. And obviously, Dee's had a moment.
Yeah.
See, her waters are broke.
Yeah.
And they were like, "Shut up, Dee.
Yeah.
We need to focus on this."
Dennis is very like, what? I still don't get why you're in the sewer.
I feel like Charlie was going to laugh. They mentioned this in the podcast because I watched the blooper episode as well, and they talk about them cracking and stuff. And there's a lot of moments. I think there's a compilation which we might watch at some point of the gang cracking and keeping it in the episode. But they've mentioned how they'll look down or they'll cover their face or they'll do whatever. But like Charlie did look down at that moment. I'm like, did he crack?
Maybe.
And there's the bit later in this episode where Dennis, they say, well, we're all over here and you're there.
Yeah.
And you can see Dennis. Wow. Glenn cracking up. So, yeah. This is great.
But yeah, Dee's waters are broke.
Yeah. I think I'm having a baby. And they're like, what? Dee gives birth.
Yeah.
You said it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Technically it was. See, I smiled on the last episode. You were saying, I think in the finale she's going to give birth. And then I smiled because I was like, well, actually, it's in the second to last episode. But then I thought, this is actually the finale. Because I bought season 6 and the next episode isn't included in that. It's not included in the purchase.
Oh.
So we're going to have to go back elsewhere to watch it. So yeah, technically it's the finale, which makes sense. So, but yeah, they rush to the hospital.
Yep.
They're like, oh, you went so fast.
Yeah,
I think I messed up this. Transmission.
Transmission.
Yeah.
Yeah. They get her a wheelchair. And
she's
then,
like, oh, yeah, this is my jam. Yeah. Oh, this is my,
and
ride.
She's like, oh, yeah, thanks.
You're all done. I can go.
They're
like, what? We need to get the guy, right? Bring the guy here. He's like, what? There's no guy. And that kind of is a hint towards there being nobody.
Yeah.
And then she's like, you guys do what you always do. Just don't care about me. Or
you haven't cared about me for the whole pregnancy.
Yeah. Me and Michael were going to go.
Yeah. And then she gets wheeled off. And then they're all like, we need to find out who the dad is.
Otherwise, this baby is going to be our responsibility.
Yes.
And we're going to have to deal with all of it. And I'm not having that. It's already too much. It's already messed up my transmission.
Yeah. Okay, let's go find the dad. And they're like, wait, no. Someone needs to stay with Dee.
Well, before that, they're talking about the dad. And they're like, yeah, we need to find out whose sperm went up there and ate the egg. That's what Charlie says.
And they're like, that's not...
No, that's not what happened. Yeah, they eat the egg to get stronger.
Yeah, and then the egg gets stronger because it's eaten.
Yeah. Charlie's warped.
Yeah, then they go to leave, and then they're like, no, someone needs to stay with Dee.
Yeah.
And that's you.
They all like move over, and it's like, well, why?
Right,
what happened?
You're on that side.
We're all over here. It's such a funny, stupid little moment, because it's just a thing, it's like arbitrary rules they just made up on the spot.
However, Dennis is the only one of blood relation to her, so it does make more sense it being him.
Yeah. So they're all off, and they're going to go find the guy, the dad. Dennis goes to find Dee.
Yeah, she's standing on top of a wheelie
little
chair,
wheelie
trying
chair.
to sort out the TV.
Like, what are you doing?
He's trying to fall through the window.
Fly right out the window. I'm trying to get my stories on. I've got a whole plan for this pregnancy, this giving birth. It's like, I'll go sort it out. You just sit there and rest. I like how involved he's getting. Yeah. But he's getting irate at the fact that he's getting involved.
Yeah.
Yet she didn't ask him to.
Yeah.
But, yeah. He gets very irate about it. Then we cut to Ben, the soldier.
Yeah.
Bill Ponderosa.
Yeah.
Did you expect to see? Who did you expect them to go find?
Because when they said those two made sense, I was thinking cricket.
Yeah.
But obviously, their relationship has not been the best recently.
You are a whore.
Yeah. So I was a bit like,
Yeah.
But yeah, so we start with them two.
Yeah.
On a sofa. Because they're having a party.
Still in his jean shorts.
Yeah. They're having a party.
I love Ben. He's just like, have you got a drink? Because the salt is making me very thirsty.
Yeah.
And like, no, I forgot the beers. I was so involved in the invitations. Yeah. It's like, well, how are we going to make it look like a party? It's like, well, let's just talk to Bill, get this done with. And Bill, can we talk to you?
Take me in the other room.
Yeah.
Do you mind if I write some notes?
Oh, before that though, Cricket turns up.
Oh yes.
And he's like already dancing, ready to go, and he's like, whoa. It's like, who invited Cricket? And Frank's like, I did. And they're like, well, it's a wild card, you never know. And then Cricket, as they go in with Bill, Cricket's like drinking. Is he drinking or eating something? And he says to Ben, he's like, let's get crazy. What did I write here? Oh, this is where they're talking to Bill.
They say about no.
So did you think we'd see Bill Ponderosa again?
I did wonder if we would because of the pregnancy line.
Can't get rid of the Ponderosas. They're a big deal. They've been brought back into their lives, and now
he's happy with his wife and kids.
Yeah, they're like, wait, you're still married after the
all
whole.
That, you are a sex addict.
Yeah,
and
so gone to therapy and whatnot, and
It's like, sex addict.
Yeah. So let's talk about what men talk about.
Yeah, condoms on tops of
I hate them.
Car
yeah,
areas.
I can't. Yeah. Yeah. So I came out of work yesterday. Claire just arrived, and there was and then
an hour or so.
An hour or so passed, and then I left, and then as I was leaving, I was like, "What is on Claire's aerial?"
You thought I had a flag on my.
So I walked closer, and I was like, "There's a condom on there. What?"
I don't know how that. Someone's
put it on there. Of course. But, it's not magically,
That's all I can think of.
Your car's being safe. That's what it is.
When they said condoms, and I was like, fuck my god.
It's being safer than those. They're like, us three hate them. And then, what about you? He's like, nah, I can't stand them. Never use them.
Like,
and he's he's like, sex addict who doesn't like condoms. Yeah. That's interesting. He's like, well, I've had a vasectomy. Like,
oh, okay.
And then he's like, wait, you just wink. Have you had a vasectomy?
It's like, sort of tell the ladies.
No, that's what I tell the ladies, so they don't have to use one. They're like, oh, that's just wrong. I mean, he fits in perfectly with them.
Yeah, it does.
It's also like, he was like, why are you writing notes? Is like, that's what I always write notes for the shows most of the time. It's like, oh yeah, it's a party thing in case you miss a joke or something. It felt kind of funny because that's what I do just to remind myself of stuff. But yeah, so we find out it could be. Yeah. He's lied about that. So, this is where he got Coke out before though, didn't he? He's like, what is that? He's like, Coke. I got it before I came here. Like, get this party started.
And then Frank's like,
yeah, you can see Frank really into it. But once the conversation ends, he's like,
do you want to hit?
And Frank's like, I will.
Is this when we have the Thor speech?
Yes. So Dennis is talking to the receptionist, basically, the hospital.
About Dee's TV not
You need
working.
TV in there. Why is there no TVs working in any rooms in this hospital? You need to get one. And she's like, I don't know where you're expecting me to get one from. I can't just get one. It's like, if you don't get one for my sister, I will rain down like the hammer of Thor
on this hospital
and blow like a gust of wind through the hallway. She's like,
I don't have time.
I don't have time for this. And then she walks up. She's still muttering about it as she goes. It's so good. It's really good. And that's where Dee wanders in with Subway. It's like, what are you doing?
Just popped out to get us.
I'm bored. You
left the hospital.
You need to get back in there. So they take her back in.
And then there's a guy.
It's just an old guy.
Very cold, and they think he's dead. And she's like,
well,
they're
first of all,
plan.
yeah, like it's like, I don't want some creepy old guy in here while I'm having birth.
Yeah,
he's like, you left, so they must have thought you didn't need it.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm gonna scream in his face. He's like, don't do that. I'll just twitch his ankle, see if he's like, oh, he feels very cold and he's pale.
Maybe.
Yeah. And then she's like, oh, wake up, you're alive. That's so good. I love how the guy doesn't flinch or say anything. And then he's like, just stop shouting. I'll go, we'll sort this out. Yeah. So.
And then, is this where we have...
We're back at the party?
Yep, the next interview.
Well, no, we're back at the party and Duncan's there sorting out music. Did you recognise Duncan?
Yep.
Yeah. He's having a good time. And then the other guy... I don't know if he had a name. No, the other guy with Duncan.
Oh, yeah.
Who we saw in the episode as well. He was at the door, remember, and he let him in because they thought he was Duncan. He was there as well. But yeah, little Kev walks up because they got Keg.
Yeah.
Did you expect little Kev?
No.
Did you remember little Kev?
Not really.
There you go. This is the thing about this show I love. Is like they can introduce a character and then they're just like, yeah, this is a character in our universe. We'll bring her back. Why not? Gladys played the piano once. Bring her back as a grandma.
Yeah.
Old Korean guy at the back of a restaurant knew the recipe for their radiated beer. It's not radiated beer. Enriched beer. Yeah, that was it. But yeah, I love how they just bring people back.
Yeah, because the door knocked and he came in.
Yeah, it's like, who is this guy? He's like, oh, she slept with him once. I love how that guy looks crazy and he's just doing the coke and he's...
but then they go into their next interview, don't they?
Yeah. Well, they asked why they even brought Duncan along as well, and he's like, well, we gotta have a party.
Yeah, gotta keep the illusion.
So, did they have the part of the... What did I write here? Oh, yeah. No, yeah. Did they have the interview with Ben now? Yeah, I think they do. So talk to Ben. Poor Ben.
Yeah.
He is far too wholesome, but he is also a bit of a pushover.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not like a he's full kind of thing, but yeah.
Talks about that Dee's just hates him and phones him up and calls him names and when she's drunk and
It's
like, okay, so you haven't slept with her. Well,
it's like, wow. She emotionally manipulates me.
Starts crying and they're like, there's a lot of men in the other room. You need to pull yourself together.
They're not even like, they're like, this is wrong. What the hell is Dee doing? There's just you need to sort yourself out. This is embarrassing. Poor Ben. That's when we cut to them wheeling him along. What did they say it was like? I can't remember. They said it twice. A Weekend at Bernie's. Yeah, which I've never seen.
So they put this guy in a wheelchair,
with sunglasses,
and start wheeling him out.
And they like the string, hey? So good. And then they're talking about...
Dennis wants to put him in another room, but then Dee's like, if you put him in another room, he's just going to put back in my room. So we'll have to put him in the trash.
Yeah.
And then I felt like he's like a porter or something, wasn't he, Michael? Turns up and is like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
It's like, put me in the trash!
They want to put me in the trash! Oh, no, before that he says, don't put me in the trash!
And they're like, you're alive?
And then the woman walks up and is like, what's going on? Like, they're trying to put me in the trash.
And then Dee's in like immense pain.
Yeah,
like,
so the
she's
doctor
like,
comes
oh,
over,
the
takes her
baby's
away.
coming.
She's like, don't leave me! Oh, this sucks a bag of dicks or something like that, she says.
Then Dennis goes to follow her and he's like,
no, you
need to go
not.
down there.
You've done enough already. You
Yeah.
get down in that waiting room.
Yeah.
Crazy ass white boys. It's so good. She's great. Do you think we'll ever see her again?
Maybe. If
they
end
ever
up back
return
in
to the hospital. Yeah. You never know. But then we cut back and Rex is there. I didn't recognise him at first.
Yeah.
I did recognise him, but I couldn't remember where I recognised him from. I thought it was from because he mentioned gym. I thought it was when they went to the gym, but no, he was Rex from the Billboard.
Yeah, Billboard.
I think the reason I didn't recognise him that much is because I've only seen the Billboard episode once because it was when we watched it.
And he's wearing a t-shirt.
Yes, yeah, I can't see he's
Chisel Labs.
Yeah, and he's sweaty hog that won't quit. Yeah. Oh, that was in the bloopers, but we watched the bloopers for season 5, and in the bloopers we watched on FX's own channel, they cut some scenes out of it.
Oh.
So, and one of the bloopers was Rob, which we might watch, I might know at some point, but Rob goes, if you pop open his pants, you're going to find a sweaty hog that won't quit, and then Glenn cracks up because he doesn't expect him to say that. Yeah. So I think in the actual episode he said there's a bird that won't quit or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Anyway, so yeah, they kind of question Rex about it, and he's like, oh, she keeps calling me a gym jerk and this and that turkey, and she bullies me.
And they're like, she doesn't really have much on the insults. Like she
needs to. Yeah, well, they say oh, she's sleeping around. She's getting more action than us. She's sleeping with so many people, but she's not really good on the insults.
And then they're like, well, but they are working. Like.
Yeah. So, and then they start talking about nerds and you can't.
Are any of these good enough to be dads? And then
they're talking about how to raise a kid.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh yeah, we need to teach them how to beat up nerds. And,
yeah.
And they were like, oh, I'm pumped up now. I need to go beat up some nerds. We need to go
read some books, but not too many books, so they turn into nerds.
That's it. Yeah. I love how they're talking about jamming their information down, like
the baby's
jamming their
we need to get to the hospital and
run after that baby, grab that baby, and then jam it down his throat. It's so cute. It's so good. It's the action they do as well, both of them, and then Charlie. It's so good.
So this is when they head to the hospital.
Yeah. So they've all decided because they're looking at the party. There's just coke and craziness.
They meet Dennis there.
Yeah. And they're talking about, we've changed our mind. We've done a whole 180 on the thing. We're gonna raise the baby. And then Dennis is like, this whole thing has brought something out in me. Like, I did a whole speech about Norse gods and
we can do this.
And then I don't understand what you're saying because you wouldn't without actually seeing it.
Context,
you would not know what the hell he's going on about. Because he's talking about Weekend at Bernie's as well, and they're like, oh. It's like, oh, I want to do it as well. I'm 180. We're gonna.
Yeah.
And then you said
three men and a baby.
You said it before they said it. Yeah. Is it? I've never seen. It's a film, right?
Yeah, it's a film.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay, cool.
But then Frank turns up, doesn't he?
And they brings the party with him.
The whole
all
party,
of them. Yeah.
And the disco decks.
Yeah. Blimmin' Bill looks out of it.
Yeah.
He looks like I'm shoot myself in the head if it's mine.
Yeah.
Jesus.
But Frank says they've all agreed to do a DNA test.
Yes, blood test.
We can work out whose it is.
Yeah. And she's coming, music.
Yeah, and it's such a cute little music.
It's actually a really good scene because, like I said, it's actually their baby. Yeah. And you can see it in Rob's face. He actually genuinely looks very pleased and happy. Yeah. But it's a very cute scene. Yeah, and it's all panning across them, all of them. It's so funny, the juxtaposition of this really nice scene to seeing the Korean chef, the cricket. Are they still got drugs in his mouth as well, right? Yeah. One of them's is it Bill's please no? Yeah. And then it pans and Carmen and her partner's there. Yeah.
No, Dee's a bit confused, isn't she? Because she's like...
Dee?
Isn't Dee a bit confused?
Looks
around
possibly.
something
But they're because like she buzzed the baby as well. Oh, Carmen, what are you doing here?
Yeah.
We're the surrogate. Like, Dee's the surrogate, like for our baby. They're like, what? What the hell? You didn't tell us you were doing the surrogate thing again? It's like we wouldn't have cared about this whole pregnancy.
If we'd known it was a surrogate, we wouldn't have cared. And she's like, you didn't care anyway.
Yeah. And then they explain the whole baby situation. Like, he couldn't have babies. They've always wanted to have one. So, and
like
so they go off. Charlie's like, wait.
The mum's actually the dad. And
Dad's black, but the baby's not. So how? We explained this already. It's all been explained. Yeah. Dee just wants to go get a beer because she has
Yeah.
And they go and they're like, Dee's like, what is going on here? It's like, it's a whole thing. Don't worry about it. It's like, and then we still need to learn. And they're like, we're going to have a party in the sewer. It's like, no, we don't want. What's with sewers?
Yeah.
We still need to talk about this. And then like iPads for them all, and they're having a bump of coke again.
It's a stressful day for them, you know.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. I really liked it.
It is a very good episode. I really like it.
I was really the thing that made me think. I think early on about it being a surrogate because I was like, how would a baby fit in with their lives? Like,
how are they going to keep it in the show?
Yeah. Because I was a bit like, could they even? Like, I'm imagining, like, Dee couldn't take the baby to work because it's a work in a pub. Yeah. Like, surely there's a...
Well, they're the gang, Claire.
Yeah,
so,
I know.
You know.
But do you know
But they even mention it, don't they? They were all like, oh, yeah, we don't need a baby messing up a whole thing. We got
so I did wonder how the dynamic would work. So it makes sense that it's a surrogate that...
Yeah, it works perfectly because they even brought out the surrogacy thing before.
Yeah.
It makes sense with Carmen and her partner wanting children. Yeah. It all ties in really well. It's very good. And it ties in with a real life pregnancy as well, which is, really clever. I very much enjoyed it. So that was season 6, basically. We've still got one more episode, like we said, that was filmed before this, but it's listed as after this. So I think it aired after this as well. So we'll watch that next on the channel. But there we go. What will you expect from the next episode? I will say...
I don't know, because I feel like it's a wild card episode.
I will say it's a special episode. It is double the length.
Is it a Christmas? Because I know you were hoping, you were like, could we watch it? Then you were like, there's a show that if we watch it enough, we'll hit Christmas at the perfect time.
Well, what do you think? There'd be a Mr. Robot Breaking Bad or Person of Interest Christmas?
No.
Yeah.
However, I would like to see in Person of Interest Finch wearing a little Christmas
trying to work
hat.
out who the real Santa is out of the... But so we got that next. What can you expect from season 7 though? We might talk about this in the next episode.
I have no idea.
Yeah. No?
That's all the episodes are wild cards in this show.
Yeah,
it's hard to know.
We'll talk about season 6 in total though, because we'll include the next episode as its own separate thing, because it is a special kind of thing. They're the episodes. So we had
it works quite well. Sorry to butt in there, but it works quite well, obviously, with the Carmen surrogate at the end when they were kind of quite a main focus in the first
episode. Yeah, it ties it all around. Yeah, so we had the 2-parter to begin with. Mac fights gay marriage and Dennis gets divorced.
Yeah,
we were introduced to Carmen's partner. What's Carmen's partner's name? I can't even remember. Yeah. But we were also introduced to the Ponderosas in that episode.
Yeah.
What do you think of the Ponderosas?
Interesting.
I love the Ponderosas. I think the second episode out of those two is better than the first. First episode's great. But yeah, Dennis Gets Divorced was so good.
Yeah.
It's so good.
So I've seen the next one, the gang buys a boat, and I'm just like...
Yeah, there's a lot that happened. But yeah, I like the introduction of the Ponderosas. I like the dynamic of him getting married without thinking about it and then instantly regretting it.
Yeah, I don't think we'll see her anymore.
You don't think so? No? Okay. Yeah. You never know though. Like, we've seen people you never even thought... I forgot. Yeah. Korean chef. Rex. Yeah, that must have been confusing for me watching that first time, because obviously I hadn't seen the Billboard episode, so I didn't know. But I think I'd seen a clip of it, so I must have, but anyway, the gang buys a boat. Was really... Oh, we got the lawyer and Uncle Jack in Dennis Gets Divorced as well, which was great. So, but the gang buys a boat was a bit different. No pub, just them doing a crazy little adventure. We got the implication in that episode.
Yeah. And
Dennis's dark side. Yeah. The little inflatable guy. Mac's Big Break was a good episode.
Sausage fingers.
No, that's not that one.
Is it not?
No, Mac's Big Break is the because that's Mac and Charlie write movie previous season.
Really?
Yes, yeah. Mac's Big Break is the one where he wins the radio competition and then goes to do the hockey.
Oh yes.
And they had the podcast.
Yeah.
The podcast was amazing with Cricket and Ben and the waitress.
Yeah.
Very good
Checking
episode.
the water. And...
Yeah, one of my favourite line deliveries from Cricket was, "Since I found out you are a whore." And then he's on the other one as well. It's like, at least my vagina's getting some action or something like that.
Oh yeah, because of the cut on the neck, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it that the cats lick it? Or
No, the dog wanted to hump it. Does my cut look like a dog's vagina? I don't know. I can't get into dog's mind. That's God's work. I don't believe in God anymore. So good. Great episode. Mac and Charlie White Trash was the swimming pool episode. Had some great moments in there as well. Them being complete dickheads to that pool guy.
Yeah.
You think we see him again? No.
Probably not.
I love him getting slammed into the table.
Yes.
Them getting stuck in the pool as well is great.
Ordering a pizza.
The guy just dumps it on the head.
Yeah.
It's the best bit is when he turns up because they purposely avoid ordering Chinese, and then he turns up and he's like, "God damn, he's Chinese."
Yeah.
It's so they're the worst. Yeah, that was a great episode. Mac's mum burns a house down.
Yeah.
Got Mac's mum and Charlie's mum.
Yeah.
Their relationship. The 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Someone made a comment like doing the counting to 1, 2, 3 so Claire doesn't die. It was so funny. It's really good. It's worked so far.
Yeah.
You can't fault the logic.
No.
Yeah, that was really good.
Who got Dee pregnant? With
Yes,
the little
the
emu?
Halloween. Yeah, the emu, the
peacock woman, and
the McPoyles.
The McPoyles, and the milk.
Artemis was in that as well.
You won't call her.
You won't call her. Yeah, it's so good.
And then it's like you said that someone like the fact that she is deaf and mute.
Yeah,
calling her, she would have no idea.
Redundant, doesn't it? Yeah.
I feel like you've been laughing about that for weeks, and like
so
you've told
funny.
me about it so many times.
It's so good. That was a great episode. It's a great throw off as well for everything because they care about it so much, and then they work out it's Dennis.
Yeah. No, it's like
Yeah, so good. The gang gets a new member, another double parter. Gang gets a new member, and D. Reynolds shaping America's youth.
Yeah.
The gang gets a new member was with Shmi.
Yeah.
It was Shmi, right?
Yeah.
That is his name. Another great episode. Charlie didn't like him. I love the whole slowly realizing he's not good for them. The eating at the restaurant, Dennis ordering him food was great. The bell kicking ceremony. Dennis's face and Mac's face in that episode was great because they were pissed.
The whole time you've got Dee at the
Tell
school.
her we pushed you out of the car.
Yeah, you've got Dee at the school
And
with
Charlie.
their drama. But I feel like Charlie gets to the school at the end, doesn't he?
No, it's kind of midway because
Is
then
it?
he meets with the principal to he wants to eat the eraser, and then
he has
makes
that
the school-
friend. I feel like
No, that's in the second episode.
Is that in
yeah,
the second?
but in the first episode, he makes the whole school shiny because her teacher
it's
slips,
slippery.
and he's like,
wax the floor.
"I am shattered." Yeah, and he's like, "Are you acting?" He's like, "No, I'm not acting, you bitch."
So then she ends
So
up
good.
covering in the next episode, doesn't she? And
Yes,
then-
D. Reynolds shaping America's youth was one I haven't seen before. Absolutely amazing episode. I think my favourite episode of the season.
Really?
Yeah, because it's the blackface episode. It's so funny. The whole Lethal Weapon 5.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Forgot about that.
You blocked out your memory.
Yeah.
It's the reveal of him in blackface is one of the best moments in this show. It's so funny. And the bloody...
The school kid as well.
and the bloody extended Frank sex scene.
Yeah.
That was amazing. So good. That great episode.
Charlie Kelly, King of Rats.
Spaghetti. Yeah. Going to the spa. There's a clip from that episode I've used quite often. That cynical bitch.
Yeah.
They were trying to do for good for Charlie, but it ends up as Frank's
birthday.
pretty good episode. Learn more about Charlie and his how his mind works.
We had a lot of extra characters in this season. Sorry, the next one's Dee gives birth, which we had.
No, the next one's Stranded in the Woods.
Oh yeah.
You missed one.
I missed one.
Stranded in the Woods, which we just watched.
Yeah.
different kind of episode out in the wild. We saw Chase Utley. We saw truck
The
stop
lorry driver,
guy.
yeah.
Who knows if we see him again?
Yeah.
And then Dee gives birth, which a lot of side characters. I feel like they're. I don't know. Last season didn't have many side characters, but it's quite often that I feel like they do at the end of the season. The Nightman Cometh had the waitress and.
But I was just thinking this season as a whole. In
Yeah,
season 6.
That's what I'm saying,
Hold
though.
on.
As we're going on, we're getting more of those characters in because they can build on them and then be like, well, who would have Dee slept with? Bring them all back. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, because this episode we've had the waitress, we've had Artemis. Not this episode, Caesar. We've had the waitress, we've had Artemis, we've had all those people come back in Dee gives birth. We've had the McPoyles,
the lawyer, Uncle Jack, the mums.
The mums. We basically had everyone in this season.
The only people who have we not had? We didn't have Mac's dad. Not sure who else we haven't had. We even got the McPoyles back though. Like you said, we haven't had them for so long. But I was saying Nightman Cometh. You had the waitress Artemis and Gladys. Gang dances their ass off. You had a bunch of them.
And obviously you had Carmen and Twice and
So there we go.
I think I'm torn. My favourite episodes in this, I'm torn between the gang buys a boat and.
Really? I don't think you enjoyed the Buys a Boat when we watched it.
No, I did like it.
Yeah, I think even after you said it's one of your.
Did I?
Yeah, you said you didn't enjoy it that much. You're having fond memories of it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Because it's even like when, isn't it? Dee's tidying the inside of the boat and checking things out the window, and then Charlie's
like fishing them up. I found all these cool things.
Yeah.
Like the getting the tasty clams off the side. And
But then I like who got Dee pregnant as well because I love how they all react that party so different.
Yes, I think Dee gives birth's great. I really like Dennis Gets Divorced, and I also like the podcast. But I think Lethal Weapon 5, I think it's gotta be. I mean, I know it's the first time I've seen it, but it was so funny to me. It's so outrageous, and I love it. But a great season. Yeah, great season. It's still very strong. But we got the one more episode, which obviously, like I said, was filmed before.
Yeah.
But it did air after, so we're going to watch that next special episode. And then we'll be going into season 7. So we also watched the bloopers for season 6. So look out for that. Well, thank you very much for watching. Anything you want, I think I asked, but anything you would like in season 7? Anybody you'd like to return?
Everyone.
McPoyles again, because we haven't had them so often. Anything new you want changed up?
Don't know, really.
No? Yeah, well, we'll see. We've still got the one episode, so we'll get to that next. Either be the bloopers or that next on the channel.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens. And then... I think season 7, episode 1 might, because of the bloopers actually, it might fall on the next cycle. But we'll watch it anyway today. But thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time on the channel. There we go. Bye-bye.